Hi, it's Holly from June Cleaver Nirvana, Business to Blogger, and Mom Loop. And for the last 10 days, we've been doing 31 Days to Build a Better Blog by Problogger, and today is day 11, and it's mine. So anyway, I was really excited about this day because the task today is to come up with 10 new post ideas. And that sounds super scary, but it's not. In fact, when I think about that, that's one of the things I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we often are trying to come up with daily content, and other sources like news sources and television and stuff have a full staff of people who are paid to do that. Yet as bloggers, we feel it necessary to try to do it all ourselves. Now the other side of that is that's pretty cool that we're able to do the DIY thing. So anyway, today's task is to come up with 10 post ideas, and I love what Darren does with that. What he has us do is go back and list your 5 most recent posts. And so he suggests to do it on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper. So here is mine. I did my homework. So anyway, this is the last 5 posts I wrote, and one is a cottage cheese casserole recipe. One was called The Dream, which is a story about one of my kids' dreams. I called for a cleaning intervention on myself last week. And also, I reposted a Holly's animated series post called Room for Holly's Teenage Angst, which was about a room that my dad made me when I was a teenager. And then I must have been feeling nostalgic because I also wrote about Holly the athlete, which is also a grade school story. So anyway, so these are the last 5 posts I wrote, and what he suggests once you have those down is to then expand upon that and see if you could come up with 2 other post ideas along those same lines. And this was so easy, and literally this took me less time than what this video is going to take today. And so the cottage cheese casserole was a vegetarian recipe. I was raised vegetarian, and one of the things I've been wanting to do on my blog, and I just haven't thought about it or done, had the time or made the time, is to post some of my other favorite vegetarian recipes because I think it's a little bit different, something that you wouldn't necessarily get from another blogger. So anyway, I thought of my other favorite ones were like the meatless meatball recipe, and then also since Thanksgiving's coming up and my mom will make a faux turkey, that is something to write about in a post in itself, and I'm telling you that's what we'll all be eating because it's fabulous. So anyway, the second thing was the dream, and this is really near and dear to my heart because I really want my blog to be a traditional mom blog, and I want it to be a place where all these stories that I would forget, all the little silly things that my kids say each day, I want to write them down, and this is where I want to write them down on my blog. And so this was one of those stories, and this is something that I really want to expand on. And so I wrote down some other memories or some things that they said silly lately, and one of them was a soap story. One of them didn't know what soap was the other day, and I was like, who's raising you? You're 5 years old. You don't know what soap is. And then also the Tooth Fairy, part 400. The never-ending saga of the fact that my kids are trying to trick the Tooth Fairy into not coming and paying them. I don't know what's wrong with these children. So anyway, the third one was the cleaning intervention, and this was really surprising because this was a sponsored post, and it's something that I wouldn't necessarily have posted probably otherwise, but I did personalize it. Totally came out as far as posting 5 pictures of what my house looks like right now, which was frightening if you read it. And really calling for an intervention on myself and the way that I've been handling the kids not cleaning up after themselves. And so I have gotten like literally 50 amazing suggestions from that. And so I could write a post specifically about what other people told me to do to solve this problem. And then the other side of that is I could follow up with that as far as what I ended up doing and then how that is or isn't working. And then let's go back to the Room for Holly's Teenage Angst, which is the animated life series, which is marker drawings, not unlike this paper right here. But I have quite a few of those in my archives, and one of the things that I used to do all the time was repost them. I have readers that stop by that I haven't written a new one in probably 7 months. So it's good, to put one on my front page every once in a while so catch a new reader to see what those are all about. And then the other thing that if I had a little bit more time is I have one in my head that I just haven't written out, and it's called Airplane Ride, or Don't Mess with Holly on a Plane. So those are two things there. And then the fifth one, Holly the Athlete, was about my childhood and how I went to a one-room school. And how things were just run really differently there. And I had some comments on that post about people asking questions about the school and, thinking it was really cool. So I think I could expand upon, like the hot lunch. The kids made the hot lunch. Like when you ordered hot lunch, it was made by your classmates, which today sounds a little frightening, but it was kind of fun. And I could talk about how that was, how they did that, and give tips for people who want their kids to cook at home. In fact, I need to take my own advice on that one. And then the other thing was that we didn't have traditional classes. Everybody was on a different level, so they would just write out a contract or what you were supposed to accomplish over your assignments each week. And when you got it done, you got to play, or you got to go do whatever you wanted to. And so I think that would be a really good thing. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to homeschool my own kids, is because of the way, how well that motivated me as a kid. So you can see, literally less than 5 minutes, and I have 10 post ideas, and they're pretty strong post ideas. And so I think this is an amazing, amazing assignment, and something that I need to repeat on a regular basis, because, when you do turn on the computer, you go to write something and you're like, crap, I have nothing to write. And you do. You probably have something you could expand upon. And so I love this. I think it was a great exercise. So what I hope you do is do this for your blog. And then please, in the forum below, please write down like what those 10 post ideas are. I'm going to be listing mine below so that you have those as a reference. But I just think it's a really cool exercise, and I hope you do it with us. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 12. Yeah. Anyway, thanks.